What's up? I just got into Thailand yesterday. First time here in 6 months, eager to do marijuana. I've been in Japan and Malaysia since then, the last 6 months. So 6 months without weed. Japan, they don't have it. Malaysia, they definitely don't have it. Muslim country. So I get here, I'm like, yeah, I can do weed again. I only do edibles. So I usually make my own edibles. But there's a bit of a problem. Let me show you. I'm carrying this on the thing that's not really meant to be for this. So the rental I have got a stove, got a microwave. What I don't have is an oven, and that's if you watch my marijuana videos, you know that you need an oven to decarb. You don't have to decarb actually. Watch my video on how to do it without decarbing, or you can make a smoothie. All those options. Nice apartment otherwise, but yeah, no oven. So I was like, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna do my weed? Do I have to buy edibles? Because I don't like buying gummies or whatever, because you kind of don't know the dose, and it's just frustrating because I like doing firecrackers. That's my method. But I've decided to experiment and try a different way tonight. I looked and found some recipes online, see what I can come up with using a microwave and a stove. For you hardcore potheads, I'm sure you can probably guess what I'm gonna do, but maybe not. Maybe you'll be surprised. So stick around. Let's see what I come up with, and let's see, more importantly, if it works. Last time I was here, I was in Bangkok. This time I wanted to be near the beach, so I'm in Jomtien Beach near sexy Pattaya. And Pattaya is way more touristy than Jomtien Beach. So I decided to walk around the hill and over the big Buddha statue, and then go to the main tourist area where there's a million marijuana shops. Everyone pretty much goes to the big Buddha statue at some point. And even though it's a little touristy here, I don't know, I like tourists. I think after being in Kuala Lumpur and away from a lot of tourists, that it's nice to be around a place where everybody's just there to explore, have fun, and eat out and just not worry about work and have fun. I passed this huge racetrack on the way. This is only like 1/4 of it. I'll probably go there at some point. This is the main harbor in Pattaya. Motorcycles everywhere, typical of Southeast Asia. I'm hearing a lot of language from either Russian or Ukrainian. A lot of people from China here, Germany. People from all over though. Here's the weed shop that I settled on just because they had good reviews, but literally there are weed shops everywhere. All right, next morning I ended up getting a gram of sativa, my preferred strain, and I just basically asked them what they recommended for a sativa and got it. And first thing I'm gonna do is decarb, and this is where an oven would be most handy, but I'm gonna try decarbing in the microwave, which I've never done in my life. I have no idea how it'll work. I found a few recipes online, and basically they just recommend do it on low and check it often and keep an eye on it, make sure it doesn't burn. So I broke up the weed by hand. I don't have a grinder here, and this is what it looks like. All right, I'm gonna go with a medium-low heat right here, the second highest one, and just keep an eye on it. This is not a digital timer, so I just kind of have to. I'm gonna try about a minute. Yeah, I don't trust this thing at all. Overall, I found this oven pretty weak, and I had to eventually turn it up to medium, and it still took quite a while. Like a lot of the recipes said, you just cook it for like a minute, maybe 2. I think I probably cooked it for 5, and I still could have cooked it even longer to make it look even more golden. But I did get it to decarb. Here's a contrast before and after shot. There weren't many stems, but I took the few I could find and put them in my tea. All right, I'm getting into some uncharted territory here. A lot of the recipes that I see for making weed-infused peanut butter will suggest turning you need an oil. You need to already have like a cannabis oil that you've made. I don't want to do that. It seems like a lot of work. I think for a lot of people making peanut butter, they're making it for a recipe, or they care about. I don't care about any flavor. I just want to get high, so as efficiently as possible. So I do have coconut oil, and I think what I'm going to do, instead of just putting on the stove with peanut butter and melting the peanut butter and the weed into it. I'm gonna like soak it in the coconut oil for like half an hour or something, and just really let the fats absorb into it. And then I'm gonna add that to the peanut butter on the stove and cook it together and see how that works. All right, I think I may already have a slight buzz from that tea. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna keep going. I have some peanut butter that I brought with me actually from Malaysia because it was a better peanut butter. I don't know if I could find just pure peanut butter straight up without sugar and stuff. So this is just plain peanut butter. I'm gonna add it with the oil and the weed into a pot and stir it all together and heat it for a while and see what happens. So I ended up cooking it probably about 45 minutes, and this is sped up obviously, but it did boil, I guess, to it. You'll see bubbles, but you probably don't want it bubbling that much. You probably want the faintest whisper of a boil. I definitely cooked it too high. Feel a light buzz coming on. I don't know if it's from the tea, the stem that I threw in the tea, or if it's when I finished the coconut oil, I kind of dumped in and I licked the coconut oil. So maybe both, who knows, but I do feel a slight buzz. Feel good. It's not very strong, but definitely there. I don't think this is not my imagination. This is better than my imagination. And I think you probably could have just, taken decarb weed and eaten it if you want. I hear about people doing that. I think most people don't do it though because they don't want to just eat something like that. It doesn't taste the greatest. I'm not sure what this peanut butter is going to be like, but we'll see in a bit. But yeah, I basically just let it go for about 45 minutes. I don't know about time. Like I said, you probably didn't even need to do it at all, but I think the oils and the heat does help a little. I just didn't let it boil too much. Anytime it started to boil, I turned it down to just the slightest boil. And I turned it off at one point because it was too strong. But yeah, I'll let it cool down and then I'll pour it back in the Tupperware. All right, I ate the lickings on the pan and the flavor was horrible. Yeah, it reminded me of like when I used to make firecrackers, and sometimes the method that doesn't have foil, that doesn't require decarbing, link down below. If I would sometimes overcook it, the peanut butter would get too dark and just taste not pleasant at all. That seems to have happened when I was on the stove. Overcooked peanut butter. Maybe it'll taste a little better when it's cooled and in the more of a paste-like form, but right now it tastes horrible. I cannot recommend this method so far. But how will the effect be? We'll see. All right, it's later and it definitely worked. It was pretty strong. I did not use much, but today I've tried a little more. That is, so you can see it solidified pretty much in the fridge, and the flavor, it's not bad actually. It smells good. It's not delicious, but it's not intolerable by any means. I like the flavor. It has a very slight weed smell and seems pretty strong. But this morning I just took a little dip and I'm already feeling, you see that little indentation? That's just very small amount, and not even a tablespoon or a teaspoon, not even that. And I'm already feeling a good buzz, so I'm gonna see how it goes. But I think based on that, this is gonna last me at least a few weeks, if not a month. And I'm gonna keep it in the fridge. And my advice, if you don't like the taste for whatever reason, you can always add, a spoonful of yogurt, or you can put this in a smoothie or whatever. There's all kinds of options to, hide the taste if it does bother you. But I don't find it that bad at all. It's portable. You can take this around. I don't know if you take it out of the fridge how liquidy it'll get, but I'm not gonna find out, or at least not now. I'm gonna keep it in the fridge for now and see how it goes. But yeah, it seems not a bad method. I think I could have done it a little better and in the future, but I think as if you really are desperate and you only have a microwave and a stove, motorbike, then this is not a bad option. And I would, if I'm still here and I need more weed, I'll try it again and maybe do it a little better this time. I think my biggest mistake was on the stove was having it too high temperature. That would be the only thing that I would do differently next time. So, but it didn't ruin it, and it's not bad tasting at all. So I can recommend this as a workable method, and I hope you, if you have any comments or ideas about how to make it even better, let me know in the comments below, and hope to see you in future weed videos. Check out my other ones if you want recipes on how to make firecrackers, how to make marijuana smoothies, and so on. Lots of fun. So I hope to see you in future videos. Bye.